Hey, big news out of Washington, the extension of the Trump Tax Act, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act of 2017 is moving forward. Nicknamed the Big Beautiful Bill by President Trump, the extension purports to be the biggest tax cut in American history. This proposal already passed the House, passed the Senate, back to the House, and was actually signed into law by President Trump on July 4th, Independence Day. So what's that mean for you? Let's break it down. My name is Daniel Cotts. I'm a licensed tax attorney. I represent clients in all 50 states. Dealing with the IRS is what I do. My clients and colleagues refer to me as the IRS bouncer because I step in and protect the clients from the IRS like a bouncer at the door. The IRS bouncer is not an official title. I don't have a position of any kind with the IRS or U.S. government. So if you or somebody you know is being pursued by the IRS for tax debt, back taxes, unfiled returns, give me a call, set up a time to meet with me. We'll go over your case and figure out a plan to get the IRS off your back. First off, if you remember the original Trump Tax Act from 2017, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, it lowered individual tax rates, doubled the standard deduction, and made big changes, slashed the corporate tax rate. So the original Trump Tax Act was set to expire, sunsetted, at the end of 2025. But with this extension, those benefits now continue, possibly for another decade. Supporters argue that this is going to increase take-home pay, it's going to lead to stronger economic growth, and bring certainty to families and small businesses. The critics argue that it's going to balloon the national deficit and benefit higher income taxpayers the most. Regardless of where you fall politically, this law is very likely to affect your bottom line, your wallet. One key change getting attention in this bill is the homeowner tax break. Under this extension, mortgages and property taxes, which are two major costs for homeowners, are likely to be going to be adjusted favorably for people who live in higher cost areas. This could mean bigger savings come tax time if you own a home or even planning to buy one. For small business owners, a big thing is the Section 199A 20% haircut or deduction from gross income is continued, allowing small businesses to continue to deduct a significant portion of their income. This is one of the biggest parts of the Trump Tax Act, at least for small businesses, and that means it's going to continue to affect gig workers, freelancers, and LLCs. So what does it mean for you? If you're a W-2 employee, you're expected to see slightly lower tax rates and possibly a higher standard deduction. If you're a homeowner, you're going to be able to benefit from the expanded homeowner deductions that I mentioned, taxes and mortgage interest. And if you're self-employed or run a small business, this means you're going to be able to keep more of what you make, but it's not automatic. To take advantage of most of it, you're going to need to formulate a plan. That might mean adjusting your withholdings, updating your tax strategy, or meeting with a CPA or tax advisor to strategize and plan. This all happened very quickly. Moved from the House to the Senate, back to the House, and then signed into law by President Trump on July 4th, on Independence Day. What this means is your next tax return is going to look very different from your last. Stay tuned, stay informed, and make sure you're ready, because the tax law is changing again. If you have any questions or any of these categories, check out my law firm in the description or check out the rest of my content. No matter where you're located across the U.S., if you're being pursued by the IRS, I can step in and protect you as your bouncer, keep the IRS off your back. Contact costs a lot today. Let's start building your defense against the IRS.